day. Can't we sing the energized or the energetic song?
Those of us, especially the new people that don't know, this is our sub-district manager. I think we are not met Mamta Bien. This is Mamta Bien. Thank you very much for your presence, Dr. Soltomo, Dr. Chapta, and Mrs. Tabata from the sub-district also, and as I said already to Mrs. Gabriel, and a special word of welcome to Helen, Jane's very closest friend. It was a surprise now. She did not think that she would see Helen here today, but myself and Helen had lots of talks last night to surprise you, Jane, in the absence of your husband. And he actually even said, no, talk to him. Because he's still on the road, on his way to Queenstown. So we also pray for travel mercies until he gets here. Perhaps he might find us around here. People, today is the final day. That sad day. So I'm holding back a lot. But still stay for change. And so I don't know what to say. We have just gathered here to say, Jane, to acknowledge you since 2014, if I got it right. You've been with us. I personally know Dr. Tata, you also know Dr. Soto. You know what Nomzamo was without a pharmacist. I don't want to go into their background, but I'm sure some people might touch on it. I think it's what makes me see it. We have just come as colleagues, as you normally know our drill, Jane. When somebody goes, we started was yesterday already. When we were taking photos, it was a photo shoot for lifetime, because we had Zenani, the security man, behind the camera. And we had Mr. Tendekwana also behind the camera. And you know, when Tendekwana has the camera. And he must pose. So that was the journey of yesterday. So it was part of that culminated up to this day that we want to say farewell to Jane. Jane, we just love you. We are going to miss you. And this day, there's a lot of people that just want to say thank you to you. And this is our little thank you with not much words. You know, you are also not a person with lots of words. But we also don't have much words, but each person, by being here, and some of them, you know, some of them are off, and some of them are on night duty, could not be here, but we represent this big love from Nomzamo for just today to say here, and we want to welcome everybody. Just feel free. Feel free and enjoy today.
Thank you very much, Mama. Thank you very much. Then the channel says in Ganja. Come over to party. Oh, see, it was mother. It was mother. We are already saying good afternoon to all of us as we are here. AM program is a final word. Also, general or special.
God's protocols. We are all God's children in different categories, but we are all God's children. As Mama Winnie said, we come from a long way. We come a long way with Jen. I think I met probably quite way back. Actually, yeah. Me and these two, we go way back. But nonetheless, today, as much as it's like a bittersweet moment, it's a sweet moment that's gone back to the family. It's a moment that we've worked very well with Jen. I have never had any quarrel with this lady. Never. I mean, never. Some of you know me when it comes, push comes to shove. Something at some point. I have never ever run, never with Jen, ever. And I'll just like to share bits and pieces of how she would approach a person. She would actually call just to find out if you are sure if you've done this way, it's done this way. Whereas she actually knows that this is the protocol and this is how it's done, but she'll actually leave it to you, like, are you sure that's the dosage? And then let's look it up. Oh, it actually is, this is the dosage. So she is that kind of a person, very calm, very gentle, who has an approach. What I'd love to say to you today, Jen, continue being that person that you are. Sweet and very open, non-biased, non-racist. I mean, we go to places, we meet people, let's be honest, let's be open. You are yourself, in front of everyone, in front of anyone. That's what I've seen in myself. Continue being that kind of person. When I heard that you were leaving and she came to the room, I said, you're leaving? I said, yeah, I'm leaving, my husband, she's really leaving. Hold up. Does Mama really know? Like, yeah, they know. Like, are you leaving? Yeah, man, she's leaving, yeah, so it was a kind of a situation. Continue being yourself. Keep that spirit high. Have that energy, the same energy that, you actually be there doing your work. Continue with that. That work ethic that you've always kept. Continue with that. For me, I've always had said, God, family, work. Makes sense, ne? God, family, work. Does it make sense, ne? Yes. That bone tight. God, family, work. If you keep that bond tight, actually, you're bound to succeed in many things. If you can survive in Nomzamo Clinic, tell you. If you survive Nomzamo Clinic, there's nowhere else. You can just get in that. Yeah, I've been there, done that. No problem, don't worry. AK-47, no problem. I'll leave it like that. I'll leave you with just one word. God bless you. God bless your journey. Continue really being the person that you are. You never made anyone feel any less special or any more special. No favoritism. You treated everyone with the same respect as you would treat anyone else. I appreciate that. And as for me, hopefully I'll hear from those emails from you. You always send emails whenever there's always gazettes. Continue being yourself. Just let me go, and God bless you all.
When they heard that you are going, they were crying tears. I'm telling you. Me too, I cry. I am also crying. Some of us, as we are here in this facility, in this community, we are survivors because of your work. You tried all your best to make Nomzamo to be not stopped out. If we need this, some of the treatment we are taking, you make it sure we are going to get. Even the other facilities, they come and borrow to us. Thank you for that. The thing that God gave you, you did it. Even if you can pass on. When the God is asking you what you done on earth, He will rate your job. Well done, John. Well done, Jim.
I've been a rock star in this facility. And we are going to miss you, Lord, Jen. We are going to miss you, Lord. Thank you so much for all your support. And I would like to wish you all the very best for the rest of your life. Then we will keep you always in your prayers. Also, you will keep us also. Thank you so much, Jen. Thank you so much for all your support.
Sister Joe, and she was Miss Brisky. I heard now on the way that she is Mrs. Boy. I didn't meet her here. And it says the heart of her husband safely trust her. It means that you are the pride of your husband. You know, when you go out, we thank even your family because you know that, you know, we were here.
To this event. Then I said to Mom, what do you want me to do in that event? She said, you must talk your experiences as a program manager. Then I looked at the program. However, I'm not in the program. How am I going to talk when I'm not in the program? I asked Linda, where am I going to talk in the program, because I'm not in the program. He said, you are going to talk with district management, almost. And I said, how can I stand in the CHC? This place was a blood bank.
Oh, yes.
It was a blood bank. We were taking our blood here. It was here. It was never social. I know this community. Hey, I wonder. That's why I don't want to get win. I was first worried by win. But yeah, win was I think a community, not a community. Then it comes Jane. Yay! Then it was Mr. Ferreira first. Yay! Then I said, oh, okay, it was really transition now in South Africa. Because
And a special greeting to Uche on this special day. This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. We never knew about this day, but God knew about it, as the sister has said it, by the follow-up this occasion. Today we are bidding farewell to Uche, who has been to this facility for so long. Unfortunately or fortunately for me, I've known Uche from last year in April until now. You know, this day, it's a day of mixed feelings. We are feeling sad because we are losing one of us and the greatest member of our family as the Department of Health. But we are also grateful to God and joyful and glad that God has kept her and protected her until this day. Most importantly, Uche now is going to start a new journey tomorrow. Is going to start a journey where she's going to be enjoying the fruits of her labor. She has worked for many years in different institutions with different people. As well, she's going to start a new journey of spending more time with her family. There are bigger pieces, there are smaller pieces, there are pieces that have got color, there are pieces that don't have color, there are pieces that are just black or just black. that puzzle is not complete with just that one piece that does not have a color. So that says, as a team in any institution, we are all important. We all contribute into realizing the goals of the department. Sisters who is running a mobile in Bologna. They were on leave, they are a private mobile. They ordered through Nomzamo. They don't have a demand code. She called me, Mama, I'm short of medication. We could order because we're supposed to move from Bologna to the other side. So we are short of medication. Can you speak to Mrs. Boy for us? We need some medication. I said, okay, I'll call Jen. I phoned Jen. We are asking us, you try and prepare the person and talk. You know, she never even asked me a question. Why this January the depot was closed, the what, nothing. She just said to me, she must just give me quantities. I'll give her what she needs. You know, after that call, I also felt, I wonder if now, how do I, when people are in need?
Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, let me say afternoon to Mrs. Party. You know what's a Mrs. Party, what does it mean? Meaning the person we came here for, sing high in force. Mr. Ferreira, management as a Nomzamo, from MPG, Dr. Jim Dalu, the side, Kabaka, my colleagues. Now, I want to say afternoon once again. I don't want to repeat what people have said. They have taken words out of my mouth. Fortunately or unfortunately. There's a book with a chapter and a verse. They call it chapter 3, if I pronounce it. Chapter 3, from verse 1 to 8. In those Kabakabanai, which is opposite. The time to be born and the time to go to heaven. The time to be hungry and the time to eat. Cast stones to collect the stones, etc., etc. As I'm saying, I don't want to repeat it, Jen, but you know, when someone leaves, whether I don't know whether to call it temporary, somebody retires, when somebody passes away, I don't know to call that one. But the common factor is that there is no reverse in that. When somebody goes on pension system, there is no reverse. The only reverse is when you come and you want to come with Mama to be an officer. Those 6 months, I think that's the only reverse. Otherwise, there's no reverse permanent. So once you retire, as I'm saying, it's like when somebody passes away, there's no R. It's only 5 forward. Okay. As people have said, it's a sad day, fortunately, or unfortunately, that you've reached the end of your life as far as looking is concerned. As someone has said, an open book, I can't remember who. But to cap that is, you surprised me on Monday, this Monday. Here is somebody who's retiring, who's having a farewell in 2 days' time, walking around the Nomzamo, asking for simple signatures. But I'm saying, this woman, what's wrong with her? 2 days, she's putting things down, but Jen was still hard at work, doing the right thing. So it just kept, it's just surmise what people have been saying about you. As people have said, I think I recall Mr. Ferreira, COVID was a very tough time, and Mahmoud Ibrahim alluded how the government operates. But I as an individual, we've always been at loggerheads in terms of how do we motivate people, let alone those who go an extra mile. I've been to retention and recruitment workshops just to blow my trumpet or to elevate myself. The ex-DG, Dr. Rolene Webner, knows me. If you can ask her about me, she knows me. I've attended some of the workshops with her. And I always said what Jen did during that time and other people. Now the question is, what was the outcome and the thank you and the incentive to those, because there were people who really went out of their way, and I know yes it's their job, but for me, I was at pains to watch and look at people who were sacrificing their time. I don't want to talk about those who passed away, unfortunately, in the line of duty, contracted COVID while they were nursing patients. That one is a tragedy and a half. But Ujen was that kind of a person. If people follow politics, you are like Tulima Tunse, like Nomzamo. I hope we don't get Usim Kweba. Whoever we're going to appoint, we need to pay attention to that. He or she's got the big shoes to fill. So we've got a huge task at hand to fill these shoes. I don't know what the size of these shoes are. As you say, they are big, they don't have a size. So we need, because I know you also will be disappearing in no time. So we need Mahmoud Ibrahim to concentrate hard on finding someone who's going to replace Food Janet. Because, as people have said about Janet, I don't want to repeat it, but for us who are remaining behind Mahmoud Ibrahim, we've got a serious work to do, to look for somebody who's going to fill these shoes, so that the status quo will remain. As Mr. Ferreira said, there's going to be that void. We need to quickly plug in that void. People to quote me and say, I stood here and I directed. When there's things collapse and said, sometimes we said, let's look for somebody who's going to sustain this fort of Nomzamo. Because Janet was like that man in the fairy tales who would hold the sky. I don't know what was his name. Exactly, whatever. So, Mahmoud Ibrahim, we have to do our homework and get somebody, as of yesterday, to plug these holes. Otherwise, as Mahmoud has said, the clinics, Mr. Ferreira to come in and close that gap in the meantime. We don't know Mr. Ferreira. We need to close the gap. Jen, as I said last week, I appreciate your time with us in Nomzamo. I appreciate your hard work with me. And I appreciate some of the things that you said to me, supportive wise, when certain things went wrong. So, with those words, I also would like to say farewell to you, Jen, and for whatever you're going to do from tomorrow. Thank you.
Well, not Helen, but it's fine. Yeah, I've known Jan for many years, and it's really, I feel honored that you asked me to come today, because she's been a wonderful friend of mine and colleague for many years. We actually started at the Life Hospital all the years ago together. And our first stock take, I think it took us all night. So yeah, we had a good working relationship. She raises the bar in many areas. As you said, many people are repeating the words, but Jan will set the standard and even go higher than that. She's incredible in her work that she's done and contributions in the pharmacy world. We have a really nice one. So it's been tough for us because first her brother-in-law left us, and now she's going to this feminist and flirt a lot.
And keep your retirement. Enjoy yourself. And family yako. We thank your family and we thank God for allowing you to come and serve Nomzamo. when you arrive here, I was scared of you. I was already here most when you came, and I said, yo, we've got a white pharmacist in dispensary, but we didn't feel that. It was nice working with you. Ujen doesn't even like Lando Yoba. We've got something out of stock. I used to see her, if we ask her for something and then she says it's out of stock, you will see that Jen is frustrated that we don't have something and it's the depot's fault. So all the best, Jen, on your retirement. Thank you.
I just want to share something now. I came here now to work in Nomzamo Clinic in 2019 as a post-ComServe professional nurse. You can imagine being a post-ComServe professional nurse. And there's this pharmacist. Hey, I've heard stories. Nitrogen doesn't take it. If it's not blue, it's not blue. If it's white, it's white. And that's exactly what I've observed for myself or by myself. And when people talk mostly, they exaggerate. And at times, if you listen to what you hear, you get scared. And I was scared. I want to allude you to Sister Makreva that really I was also scared being a ComServe nurse. I was not fit, or I was not trusting myself enough that I was able to, or I was going to be able to work in the setting, because there I was in a hospital, so I was doing doctor's orders most of the times. Now here you are alone with a client in a room and you need to prescribe and stuff. So I would always consult my EDL. Sometimes I would say, oh, I know this one, and then I do it with my head. Then it was around lunchtime. So I prescribed for this patient. I still remember it was a boy. So I prescribed treatment of tonsillitis. And then I went to sleep during my lunchtime in my car. Then Mrs. Chen is looking for me everywhere in the clinic. As confident I was that I did the right thing. Sleeping there in my car, in front of the sluice room. She was there standing with this file. When I saw the surname of the patient, I said, this is me. No lies. She came with that approach, the attitude that she had when she approaches you. She was calm and said, she knocked on my window. And I was like, I'm on my lunch, ma'am. She was like, no, I just wanted to know, Sister Maponyan, are you sure of this medication? Because I can see that this patient is complaining of this, and when I prescribe, and I said, oh no, sorry, Mrs. Jen, it's a mistake. Thank you very much for it. But she looked for me everywhere. Jen,
I'm here on behalf of Nomzamo staff, Nomzamo family, Nomzamo people. When I came here, there was a saying that Nomzamo people. So I'm here. They sent me 2 notes. So I will read it. This one is the messages. You were buried at the beginning of this month. Some of us managed to go there, some didn't manage to go. But there are messages here. You will write it, you will read in your own time. We know you were with us. You were going, as Sotoloshe said, to the location. You know our houses. You were going, even if you are going to sit, you were there. Being there is the most powerful. It's more than the 100, right? It's more than 1 million. So now, This is the note. You will take it here and put it here. And I also have this basket, which is full. From these Nomzamo people. They said, I must thank you for everything you did for them. I must thank you for surviving Nomzamo. Because Nomzamo is not a child thing. Muna Awobelele. Yeah. Hospital. Because of you. Thank you, Jen. Okay. You put us in a map of South Africa. Yes. The national standard, the ideal clinic. You used your own funds to buy from where we didn't know that we can buy in the Queenstown private hospital, using your own resources, your own funds. So we thank you for that. If Umase was here, I was going to call him to stand here. Even if he is not going to say a word to say goodbye. You were a mother, you adopted him. You were giving. The Bible, everybody is talking about the Bible here. I will not be the only one.
Yeah.
Who doesn't count? Blessed is the head that giveth, than the one that taketh. So God will give you. At times you bring, at times you buy the badge. And when we need the spanners for the horns of the bicycle, we're coming to you. So you were everything to the facility because we thought we have to change the tube. So thank you, Jen, so much. Jen, you were humble, as everybody said, because you were participating in all the activities which were done in this unit. Even you went as far as asking for donations. When we had an activity just recently, the Wednesday Day, you went and asked for the donations. So the Nomzamo people are saying thank you. Thank you for everything.
For the short period that I've learned, I've worked with you, it's been a great experience. I remember one of the days when you were looking for me, asking for anything related to art. Especially that you guys like you know, you don't even know, you walk, open every room, looking for Mantino file, and then you come to me and say, is the right dosage? Then I'll say, yeah, okay, let's go and book it, both of us, if I'm not sure. All I can say, may your retirement bring you rest and relaxation that you richly deserve. So for this seat, all of us, I need that the first seat must be for your dedication for this long time. So everyone can have a first seat. It's my first time that I've done this. And the second, I want you to remain for the rest of your life and never change. Please keep safe and be sweet as you are, even if you do have grandkids, and continue your sweetness. Cheers. last one is the longevity. And I know that God is with you all the time. And you are always protected. Like us, I hope everyone, as Mamu, doctor said that, Mamu, it was a long way to go to get somebody like Jane. It's a long way. It's rare that maybe 0.01% that can get somebody like Jane. So all I can say, share something. I give you, I give you. She's a jolly good
Yeah, so I've been here for the last 9 years, and I remember Neels coming to me when I was working at Frontier and standing next to the computer and saying, listen, I'm going to post at Nomzamo, please apply. Do I really want to do this or don't I, you know? Anyway, it's probably been one of the better moves I've ever made. As you guys have said, God knew. I've learned so much from working alongside each one of you. It's been a team effort, as people have alluded to earlier. I don't profess to know everything, I really don't. But working together, where we find the answers together, whether it's from a doc or from somebody who's qualified and trained in a specific area. But yeah, that's always been my approach. I really don't know it all. The person that comes in who feels totally intimidated, I've always said to, don't think there's any stupid question. There isn't a stupid question. Rather ask so we can get the answers together than do your own thing and make mistakes. So that's always been my approach, and I think it's worked for me wherever I've been, because I don't feel shy to ask if I don't know either. So yeah, thank you so much for everything you guys have taught me, and also the Department of Health. I was blown away at the training that I had, you know, on the Knowledge Hub and all the different trainings that we've been invited to. I have learned a great deal. I thought I was probably going to lose all my knowledge. It wasn't like that at all. I have learned and learned and learned since I've been in the Department of Health. So yeah, I'm very grateful for that. I want to thank my pharmacy staff. I think we probably at the moment have the best complement of staff that I have ever worked with in Nomzamo. And you guys are dedicated, you're hardworking, you're punctual, everything I could have ever asked for in pharmacy staff, and I just want to say thank you so much. Keep it up. Don't drop the standards while I'm here. Don't be intimidated by these other people. You know the level. Keep it up. To Winnie. Winnie, you are the gold in this place. You really are. You are someone I could go to any time. Just the doors were always open. If there was something I was uncomfortable with, and there were areas that I struggled in, and Winnie knows what they are. And she was there to support me, there to give me guidance. She's got a wealth of information, wealth of practical knowledge that I didn't have. And I really appreciate the way you stood by me, and the way that you didn't hover over me all the time, watching me. You kind of gave me reins and let me do what I had to, but you were keeping an eye. You know what I'm saying? You weren't micromanaging me, and I really appreciated that. So we had a really good understanding and a really good relationship, and I really want to salute you for that. And thank you for your wisdom. Thank you for the way when I did get frustrated, you calmed me down. You know, yeah, we all get those moments. But thank you so much. I really have appreciated working alongside you. So to the other ladies that from the district, to Mrs. De Beer, to the HR department, Mrs. Panya, Mrs. Kwabaka, the OMs here, to the other OMs, to Sister Koti and the representative Veronica from Isabelini, and I hope I haven't missed anybody else from any other clinics. Oh, Mr. Lekeda, yes. Yeah, we've worked very well together. I've enjoyed the interaction with the other clinics. Sometimes you were pests, I'll be honest, and I called you pests and I said, you're being a pest now. You know, so thank you for humouring me when I would say that to you. But yeah, I've enjoyed working with you guys. Mr. Lekeda tried very hard to steal me, I had to tell you this. This facility is beautiful. I remember taking my daughter there when she started architecture, and she was doing she had to draw up a clinic, and I said I know exactly where to go. And we went there and I introduced myself. I didn't think I was working for the department then. I think I might have been a frontier. Yeah. And he showed us around and everything, and I just thought, I have to work in this place. Really. But yeah, I didn't want to do the traveling. Sorry, Mr. Lekeda. Yeah, so thank you guys all very much for all your support and the interaction and the way we could work together. To Dr. Santoro and to Dr. Jafta in his absence, I've loved working with you guys. I really, really have. Again, the open door policy, no one, I didn't feel intimidated. You guys were intimidated by me. We had a good understanding, and it was for the betterment of the patients. And yeah, when we needed to iron out something for the way forward, it was always, let's do this together, we'll do this, this, and this, and yeah. Thank you so much, Doc. And I also enjoyed the interactions and the deep discussions that you remember. Yeah, really appreciate that. Then to Neels for all the song, background, support, guidance, and even the fights and disagreements we had. I had to tell you that we did. We actually had fights. But neither of us took offense. It was always again about the big picture and how can we do this so that everybody wins. You know, that I'm not a loser, he's not a loser, the department's not a loser, but we've got to come to some kind of conclusion. So, yeah, Neels and I have a very good understanding. My husband's got an even better understanding of our relationship because, I mean, if you see how many times we phone each other every day, he could probably have thought something else was going on, but it wasn't. Yeah. So thank you, Neels, for trusting me to work alongside you and to bounce projects off each other and, yeah, the things that we encountered along the way. And thank you so much for the crash course in photography last week, just as a farewell gift. So that was really very, very special for me. Thank you.
Pleasure.
To the clinic committee, I see there's one lady here. Thank you. And helping us when we needed somebody on the panels at HR when we were interviewing people, and for the advice. I still remember advice coming from certain ladies. And yeah, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. To Hazy, I'm so delighted to see you here. Yes, she is almost like family. We've been very good friends from probably, I don't know, late 85 when we got here. I don't know, I can't even remember. But her family is like family to me. And yeah, we've had some really, really good times together. We've had some interactions in pharmacy together, and yeah, it's always been very good and very positive. And thank you so much for supporting me here today. I hope I've left anybody out. There's just one person I have left out. I'm going to be walking on water. I don't have a salary from next month, except my little pension, but it's going to be small because I've only worked for the department for 11 years. So Mr. Seli, I've always told you that whenever you're away, I'm the delivery guy. I'm coming for your salary. Thank you so much, Mr. Seli, for never having something to say whenever I'd say, please can you send, go here, there, and everywhere. And he was always very willing and did it with such a cheerful heart. You know, thank you so much. I've appreciated you. Then everybody in this place has got a place and a role to play, whether you're a cleaner or security guys at the front door, or if you are a community health worker taking medication out to people, or interacting with the patients and educating them, or whether you're a sister sitting in an office here, or you're sitting in the filing area, which is quite a thankless job, I think. Or whether you're a manager or a doctor or in the pharmacy, everybody has a role to play. And it's a team, as everybody said here. And nobody is more important than anybody else. I mean, you can see it when the cleaners aren't at work. It becomes uncomfortable working. So each one has a role to play. And all I can say is just keep up the good work, keep trying. Then, two things I want to say. The most important thing that each one of us in life can have is our relationship with Jesus Christ. A lot of people will say, yes, I'm a Christian. But what is your actual relationship with Jesus like? How much time do you spend, I'm talking to me as well, really, how much time do we spend in fellowship with Jesus at the end of the day, or at the beginning of the day? Or is he someone that we drag along with our own plans, and hoping he's going to bless them? So there's a huge harvest of people that need to hear the gospel as well. And the only thing we can take with us when we go to heaven is other people. We can take nothing else with. We gather stuff. We've just moved house. I can tell you, we have far too much stuff. We had to get rid of, cut down, and then you realize, what are we gathering all this stuff for? When all you can take with you is people. And then secondly, that God has given each one of us unique talents and gifts. What are we doing with them? Are we going to be, when we stand in front of Jesus Christ one day, is he going to say, what did you do with the gifts and talents I gave you? And you're going to say, well, I didn't want to spoil them, so I buried them. Or, I used my gifts and talents for the furtherance of the kingdom to help people, to bring people into the kingdom. So, each one has been given unique gifts. So don't look at someone else's gifts and say, well, I don't have that, so I'm going to sit back and not do. Look at whatever God's given you and do it with all your heart. And then lastly, if you don't know Jesus Christ, and I don't know that I'm talking to anybody here, because I think most people here do know him. If you had to stand before him today and he had to say to you, if he had to judge you by the 10 Commandments, and you were going to use that as a tool to get into heaven, would you make it or wouldn't you? The 10 Commandments are quite, possibly some of us could even quote the 10 Commandments. But I'm just thinking of a couple that we break them daily, using the Lord's name in vain. Do we do that? Honor your mother and father. Can we honestly say we've always done that? Then the last one I'm going to mention is looking on somebody of the opposite sex with lust. The Bible says, even if you haven't committed adultery, if you've looked on someone with lust, you've committed adultery in your heart. So, by that standard, none of us will make it into heaven. None of us. So I'm saying, if you don't know the Lord Jesus Christ as your personal Savior, think about that, because there is going to come a day, and it could be sooner than you think, that we're going to stand in front of him, and if you don't know him, that's the standard. Did you manage to do all these things properly? And he was the only one who could fulfill those. He was the only one who didn't fall in those areas. So if you don't know him, Jesus doesn't push himself on you. You have the choice. But it's got to be made in this life. And if you choose not to take him, you're going to pay for your sins for eternity. So to me, there's no choice. Let him, he paid the price. He did it on the cross. He took all that sin on himself. So all I'm saying to you is think very carefully. If you want to pay for eternity for your own sins, that is your choice. But it's going to take eternity to pay for them. Otherwise, go to Jesus and ask him to forgive you of your sins he's already paid the price. So I just want to leave you with that thought. Yeah. And I love you guys. This has been harder to stand up here and talk than it was for my mom's memorial service. That was actually a lot easier because she was of the age where she was going to be moving on. I'm not of the age where I should be moving on, I'll be honest. My heart's still here, very sad to leave, but it's one of those things where I'm insufficient to my husband. And I can't leave him by himself in Port Elizabeth, and it's uncomfortable living apart. It's just not the right way. So I've had to put in early retirement, and as you were alluding to, I've got to keep this thing going, so I probably will end up doing locums or something in Port Elizabeth. Yeah, but I love you guys dearly. I love this place. People have all said, oh, I'm so lucky to be leaving Nomzamo. I haven't had that problem. I never wanted to get out of here. Really. I'll be very happy here. And I want to thank you and the community for accepting me and looking after me and having my back. Yeah, I've been very blessed.
You're really cool.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's my husband. I just wanted to come the last thing I will say is that he's been a real staunch supporter, and when I've gone home and I've had to go on someone, he's been the one I've done it to, and he never gives advice. Let's go more than once. We just want to talk to someone. We don't want them to solve our problems. We just want to actually have someone we can bounce everything off. And Mike's been that for me. So I'm very grateful for the support he's given me over the years. And yeah, I think Mrs. Kobaka's got something to say to you, Dom. Yes, I do.
Let's just welcome you and introduce you to the colleagues. Mr. Boyman, thank you for making it. You did say to me that you will be traveling, and I can see you tired in this heat. 4 hours drive from PE. Thank you for making it, and we're just almost closing up, but not yet there. We are really grateful for Traveling Mercies. This is the team, this is Nomzamo, that we just organized this day to just celebrate and give thanks to God and to Jane for spending all 9 years, it was supposed to be the 10th year this year, with us, and we are really, really grateful. Your name has been mentioned right through by the speakers. I'm sure she will be saying, telling you what they are saying and how grateful they are. We have been here together in our midst. We've got our supervisor, both me and Jane's supervisor, Mrs. De Beer. She's here, Mrs. De Beer, also to come and say thank you. I think you know Dr. Somtombo. Yes, you met Dr. Somtombo already. And then Hazel, as you have sent me to Hazel. And then our whole team that's here together with the management. Mrs. Tabaka is the one that will be saying something. But I still also just want to say thank you. You know, just to show how Jane and her husband were. Sister Pinker didn't say it because we were having problems with OHSC, not OHSC, with Ideal Clinic then. Then the next thing is there's my coming with wood, putting everything, because that was a complaint that we had. He came with the wood and fixed the pharmacy so that at least we just have a tick, because we would for a tick to say that we are compliant. And the next thing I see Mike helping Jen to capture something because we must stop taking. So he's helping to capture with it. I thought, oh no, what will we do without this couple here with Nomzamo? So that's when we really, before then we knew that really you were a big asset for us. Thank you for assisting us also. Assisting Nomzamo because we were just looking for ticks and we really appreciate it. We missed the part where our operational manager was giving thanks that Chen will be updating you on all. Sister Namtabaka, we give you now the platform.
We are starting a fresh day. Mr. Boy, I was saying to him, he must pass the greetings from my son to you. Maybe you remember him from yeah. You know, Mr. Boy, you admitted my son in Queen's School. You interviewed him. He was very naughty. One day he said to me, this boy, I'm going to beat him with a shampoo. Because he's giving you high blood pressure. Then there was a time that, you know, he was always on suspension. I mean, on detention by Uhaka, the principal. We always go over the weekend to collect papers. We have no time. The black bag. Sometimes we need him over the weekend at home, but we cannot enjoy the weekend with him. He's collecting papers. Of course, he was good in sports, but as the time goes, we stopped in sports. But I was thanking you and Mr. Lenny for the support you gave me. There was a time when there was a suspension, that this child is going to be suspended. Then he stood by me. Mr. Lenny, I was seeing for the first time white people fighting for me. You know when God has favored you, really, He has favored you. They stood for me. They fought for me until my son finished his grade 12. Mr. Lennon said, Mrs. Kabaka, come and sit here with me, talk. Yeah. We talked, you know, don't worry, we are going to father your son. Thank you very much. Oh, thank you. I wish I can, I don't know whether I can still remember him, Mr. Lennon, because when I knew when you came, there is Mr. Paul. Thank you so much, Mr. Paul. He's responsible now. He said, when I'm coming here, please, I said, I'm going to meet the Sarah, I'm going to follow Mrs. Boy. He said, Mrs. Boy, the wife of Mr. President, yes, please greet Mr. Boy. I think he's going to be very Please greet him, because you ended up loving my son. Can you see how God did things? I ended up with Jen. If my son was treated there by Mr. Boy and Landman and others, they didn't love him because he's naughty, and they say he must go. Mr. Haka said to me, hey, this child of yours must go to Kwako, man. He belongs to Kwako, man. But really, it's good for me. Thank you so much. I love you.
Thank you.
And Jen was preaching to us. Which one Jen was preaching to us, Jen? I just simply love me. You said when you look to people, you mustn't have those eyes. Just